What's up, guys? It's Dragonfly Mike 77. I'm trying a different angle out, see if the light's any better. I know my hookah's a little behind me, but today I'm doing a tobacco review. I'm doing Haze Peach Cooler. Now, I was very skeptical about this. For me personally, my taste is really not into like the mints and the cooling aspect, but upon opening it, it smells like that Haze Peach that I really enjoyed, and that mint or that cooling, it is more of a cooling scent than it is an actual mint. And on the package, on the jar, it shows that it has a little orange on it, so I can assume that there is a tad bit of orange with the mint and with the peach in it. So that was something that I thought was pretty interesting, that they decided to add a little twist of orange to it. And I'll take a poke for you guys. As usual, I'm getting fantastic clouds. Haze always brings clouds to the party. I am using a hose that I've basically dedicated to mint flavors right now, just because I have so many of them, and this is a washable hose, so when I want to change it up and smoke something else in this, it's really not a big deal. Plus, mint flavors tend to, even though they ghost hoses, I feel like it's easier to clean. I feel like that the flavor just doesn't stick the same way that something like a cashmere or a grape flavor does. So I figured that would be mint would be a good flavor to kind of smoke out of this hose for a while. And when it comes to the actual flavor, since I've been smoking a lot of mint out of this, I was kind of expecting that the peach really wouldn't come out that much, just because this hose has already been, there's a lot of mint that's gone through it, and I'm very surprised that there's a lot of peach, which means that the cooling in this is really not that strong. I think it's intensified because of the hose right now, but the peach flavor is really alive in this, and I really like that about this. A lot of times when there's whatever cooling or blank cooler or something that's a mist, whatever, anything that has cooling in it, I always feel like the flavor that's supposed to be there with the cooling is always too in the background. With this flavor, that peach really does come out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I did say that there was a little orange in this, according to the package. I'll take a poke for you guys. Now, I don't know if I personally get an actual orange flavor. I think I get more of kind of a, I had the word and I lost it. Kind of more of a zest to it. Kind of something that perks up the peach itself. I don't feel like the orange is a separate flavor. I think it just adds a little zest to the peach. I think it really mixes well with the peach, and it adds just a little more flavor to it, actually. And that's a big positive. With the cooling on it, as I said, it's not as strong as I had anticipated it to be. Because of all that put together, I actually don't mind this flavor. This is probably one of my favorites when it comes to like mist-like flavors or cooling-like flavors. I think that also the reason that I like it is because I really enjoyed the Haze Peach, and I'm getting that peach flavor with a little more zest to it and kind of that cooling aspect. I know that Hugenstein, aka Uncle Bang is his YouTube name, said that this is a good summertime smoke, and I can't agree more. This is definitely something that I could see smoking in front of a pool or on the beach. This also really reminds me of a alcoholic beverage, something that, Bacardi and peach with a little lime or a little lemon or a little orange twist in it. That's the type of flavor this reminds me of. Something that's just very refreshing, something that is great to smoke on hot days. You don't even need to add ice to the base to get that cool smoke on this because of the cooling aspect to it. Take another poke for you guys. the inhale flavor on this one is phenomenal. I just get so much flavor going over my tongue when it's going into my lungs. I really get that peach and that zest from the orange, and that cooling I think comes out more on the exhale than it does on the inhale. With that said, I feel like the cooling adds more of a sensation on the inhale. You kind of get that cold rush to your lungs, and that's something that normally I don't like. It was like 80 degrees today for some reason, even though it's, October already. And this actually was, a good choice for today. Despite all the positives, since it's still a cooling and it still is a little minty for me, I am going to put it in the middle, but this one's revving up hardcore. And this is something that I think a lot of people are going to like. If you like Blazing Blue, if you like mist-like tobaccos, anything with a cooling aspect to it, you're really going to enjoy Peach Cooler. I have yet to have the other Peach Cooler, or Peach Mist or whatever else, I forget the actual name. I have yet to have that. I'm not really too interested in trying it out, but this Peach Cooler is not bad. As I said, it's in the middle, but it's definitely revving up hardcore on this. I don't want to give it a thumbs up just because the cooling takes me back a little bit, but the flavor itself is strong. There's a lot of body to this smoke. I really enjoy it. I did want to throw in something else that isn't really part of the review, but some of you guys know I'm taking a trip soon, and I was kind of packing up, getting things organized, and I thought I'd throw a little tip out to you guys if you're traveling with your hookah. Now, I have a decent amount of bowls in my collection. Because of that, I have a couple bowls that I take with me when I travel, because if I break them, if I lose them, I don't really care that much. But if you don't really have a lot of bowls in your selection, or you really want to bring your favorite bowl because you just know it's going to be awesome, I have a few recommendations on how to pack it. I recommend don't throwing it in your actual regular luggage. I say take it on with your carry-on. Still, if you want to put it in your regular check baggage, this is how I recommend doing it. You take a couple socks, you throw the bowl in there, and I don't know where I put my wind cover, but if you have a travel wind cover, you put it inside the travel wind cover. Now you have a metal case around it. That bowl is just not going to break. If you want to put it in your carry-on, do the same thing. Wrap it in a couple socks and take a pair of underwear. Just give it an extra padding. Now, why on earth would you do that? Well, sometimes you lose your luggage. And even though you might not have the rest of your hookah, by doing this, you have automatically created a situation where if your luggage gets lost, you at least have 2 clean pairs of socks and a pair of underwear. And even though, let's say you're gone for like 2 weeks, that's not really going to hold you off very long, but it's better than not having anything at all. So I thought I'd throw that little tip in there. I know it didn't really have anything to do with the review. I know it made the review a little longer. I just kind of thought, I was packing up and I thought I'd give you guys a little advice on traveling with your hookah. I think I'm going to do that in my next couple reviews, so keep an eye out for them. I'll take one more poke for you guys. Despite its thumbs in the middle, it's still a decent smoke. As I said, it's revving up. I'm sorry for rambling, but I think that's all I got. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, guys, peace out.